Hola, bienvenidos al video de hoy. Tenemos varias cosas que hacerle al Mustang, empezando con... Hey man, I can't understand a damn thing you're saying. Ah, sí, perdón. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode here at the stable, where today we are going to be continuing on the scrap staying. Unfortunately, we have to remove the engine once again, but hopefully this is the last time before we can start it. We have to remove it because, like we mentioned before, this is the wrong water pump as well as the wrong timing cover. Wrong because this is a reverse flow water pump, which means the belt has to go from under and spin it counterclockwise. But in order to do that, I have to have a power steering pump here, or an AC pulley. But one, we're not going to be running AC, and two, we're not going to be running power steering either. Not to worry though, because we do have a fix for that. Well, actually, CVF Racing got the fix for us. There is a lot of goodies here, including one that's just going to give us a teeny bit more power. To start off, we have a 140 amp one-wire alternator, which is what we designed the Mustang to handle. This kit also comes with all the required mounting hardware and brackets, as well as pulleys. Serpentine belt is also included, but what I was most excited for is this guy. This is a 35 gallon per minute electric water pump, which is what is going to help us squeeze out a tiny bit more power. It is not exactly going to make more power, but it is going to save power, if that makes sense. It is going to save power because it is no longer going to be pulley driven. It is going to be spun up by that electric motor. Therefore, it is not going to be using the engine's energy in order to spin that water pump. By no means is that going to give us a ton of power. Maybe we'll get 5 or 10 extra horsepower, but this isn't a big engine by any means, so why not squeeze out what we can? Also, notice how all this stuff is blacked out. How sick is that? Now it matches with the wheels. We can install all of this stuff with the engine in the car, but I'm 24 years old, but my back identifies as 50, so I figure it'll be much easier to take it out. Huge thanks to CVF for helping us out and keeping us on track for this build. I promise you guys, we will start it this summer. Rather than using this load leveler, we're instead going to use one of these lift plates. Please play nice. Well, I could move. Yeah, we'll just do that. I forgot we could just extend this arm further. This engine doesn't weigh much, so should not be a problem. All right, will it work this time? Indeed. Boink. Okay, please come out, Mr. Engine. Please. I pulled the engine and transmission about an inch forward. Now we have access to the bell housing bolts. Unlike every other time, I'm gonna remove the transmission. Who tightened these? Damn. The Ugga Dugga doesn't fit in here, so we have to go manual. All right, we should be disconnected. Keyword should. We're going. There she is. All right, come to Papa. These casters do not like rolling. If you guys notice, the engine is tilted a little bit downwards. So next time we'll use this hole rather than the center one, and that should even it out a bit. One thing I'm noticing on this engine mount bracket that I should have noticed sooner is that it is not sitting completely flush because it is hitting this port right here. So we're going to have to grind that down. I don't know how I didn't notice that earlier, but we'll address it. But having the engine at that angle is probably gonna make it a little bit difficult for us to attach it to the engine mount, or the engine stand, I mean. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. We will find out. This should be fun. How the hell am I gonna do this? Beep, 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 beep. What I find ridiculous is why the hell are these always the same width? So you can't ever put it directly under there. It just, you have to put it slightly offset like this for it to, Why? All right, sorry for that rant. Anyway, this should be fun. There we go. Damn. Alrighty, so the engine is out for the 500th time. Hopefully the last time. Alrighty, so taking a look at... No. Well, that's an issue. I was about to get into the differences between these timing covers, and then I noticed... I noticed that a piece of the freaking oil pan gasket came off with it. It was definitely not supposed to... Oh my... It straight up just ripped it off of the existing gasket. Holy crap. So that means that we have to change out the entire oil pan gasket again. Oh man, that's what you get when you're not careful. All right, so anyway, this is the original timing cover that came with that year engine, and this is the one that we're gonna be using. They might look kind of the same, but they are different. This is a reverse flow timing cover for a reverse flow water pump. You can see the different shape it has here. This one almost aims upwards while this one is aiming downwards. This side aims upwards while this one aims downwards. Both of these are set up for EFI. As you can see, there is no mechanical fuel pump port right here. So this one will work with that electric fuel pump. This one will not. Oh man, that sucks. I mean, at this point, we might as well put in a new oil pump if we have to. Well, oh man, this is just one of those days. It's just one of those days. Oh. God. Oh, fuck. I forgot that those weren't bolted in. Oh my God, and to make things worse, oh no. The freaking distributor cap is broken. Luckily, the rotor and the body are fine, as well as this little vacuum thing. But, oh my God, now we gotta order a new one of these. I forgot I didn't have the little hold down tab to hold the distributor in place. It is literally on the parts list that we need. All right, well, that's two things that we broke today. Oh, guys, my boss is gonna be pissed. ¿Qué onda? ¿Cómo vas? ¿Cómo? Ay, no manches. Ay. Vete a limpiar algo. Oh cool, we also bent the valve covers. I don't care too much about the valve covers, they're hideous anyway. But the distributor, oh my goodness. Anyway, shout out to Ryan Macy for this much needed coffee break. So, I guess there's nothing left to do but to start fixing what we broke. All right, let's see if, oh, easy peasy. All right, while I'm in here, I'm also going to do something I should have done when I rebuilt the engine, and that is replace this oil pump. The reason I hadn't before is because, well, the budget didn't allow it. But we've managed to scrape up a couple extra bucks, and now we have a new oil pump. I am going to reuse the same pickup tube oil because the budget didn't allow for another one. It's okay. I cleaned it out. Should be good to go. It's kind of hard to spin this without the motor mount in place. Before we can throw on the oil pan, we're gonna throw on the new timing cover. All right, so the gasket for the timing cover is already on there. I put a thin layer of RTV and it's kind of just stuck on there. So we're gonna go ahead and slide it on. All right, next step is the plate for the electric water pump. I've also put a smudge of sealant, I'm sorry, RTV. Ah, no, I put it on backwards, I think. What an idiot. I did. Now it's all dirty. Where it's not supposed to be dirty. No. No, now I'm making a mess. No. Oh, no. We're back, and now I'll make sure it's going on the right way. That looks about right. Now we can install the actual pump. That's something good to note. We can't put this bottom bolt in without taking this guy out, which is a different size, of course. What? Okay, let's take it all the way out. All right, we're gonna try it again with all 4 bolts installed. Made a bit of a mess with the RTV, but it's all good. We can clean that up in a bit. Alrighty, the water pump is now in. It was pretty straightforward. The only thing I would note is that this bottom bolt is a bit hard to access even when we take this one out, just because this bracket assembly is kind of directly in the path of it. But even though it was a bit difficult to access, we were able to tighten it all the way without stripping the bolt, so that's good. Another neat feature about this water pump is that the outlet for it, where the lower radiator hose connects, can be put on either side. There's a plug that you can use to cover the side that you're not going to use it on. But since our lower radiator hose is going to be towards the driver's side, that's where we're going to put this guy. And we're simply just going to thread it in. I did put some thread sealant on there. That's looking pretty damn sweet, ain't it? All right, so before we continue putting the rest of the CVF accessories on, we gotta put the oil pan that I broke the gasket to. Whoa, y'all didn't see nothing. For some reason, this time it did come with guides. I'm not sure why the other time it didn't. So we might as well use them. Now we can throw this on. I did lay a little glob of RTV on the main cap corners. Click, click. Now we can throw this pan back on. Oh, come on. I noticed that it's not seating all the way. I could hear it hitting something. You can see there's still quite a bit of a gap here as I'm pushing it down, and it's not the thickness of the gasket that's causing it to not seat all the way. I think the issue lies with that new oil pump we installed. This oil pump is only a tad bit taller than the other one, and I could see that here in the oil pan it was making contact. There's a little circle here where the bolt was rubbing. That's not gonna work. What a pain, what a pain. I don't even have anything to say. Looking at both pumps side by side, you can see there is about an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch in height difference. I did notice that before installing it, but I thought, hey, it's probably not enough to cause any issues. But boy, I was wrong. All right, 1 hour later, now we have a standard flow pump. And now, as we can see, these are the same height. Okay, let's try this for the 15th time. What do you know? It sits now. All right, back to where we should have been. So for the alternator, you will notice that it comes pre-installed with a V-band pulley, but it comes with the alternator fan as well as the pulley for the serpentine belt conversion. Oh no, how will we ever get this off? Zap, pulley comes off, fan comes off. Actually, I'm gonna put some Loctite on here. Voila, Then it also comes with this nice little cap. This would look a lot nicer if I didn't put my greasy paws all over it. Let's hope I get this right the first try. Okay, we're actually going to remove this water pump bolt. We're gonna put the 2.43 inch spacer. For this lower portion, this is where it starts getting pretty snazzy because we got this nice little joint here. We're gonna start off slipping that bolt through, nut on the back. Okay, and we're actually going to unbolt one of the timing cover bolts because it's going to get replaced with the one included in the kit. All right, cool, so check this out. This is what's going to give our tension adjustment to the belt. The more I spin it, the more outwards it goes, therefore the tighter our belt gets. And if I spin it the other way, the looser our belt gets. Holy crap, guys. It's starting to look pretty legit, right? Alrighty, as for the harmonic balancer, this was sponsored by, of course, the Catman. For this, we're gonna use a harmonic balancer installer tool, which, I'm gonna be honest, I've not used one of these bad boys before, but how hard can it be? Never mind. By the way things have been going today, I'm not going to chance anything. Is it going in or not? I can't really see. Now, one of the last pieces of the puzzle, and huge thanks to CVF for helping me determine what the correct timing cover was, as well as the correct harmonic balancer, because I was pretty damn confused, and luckily they were very knowledgeable and very fast with their responses that we were able to get everything in time. And for the serpentine belt routing, a lot of people get confused and they need a diagram. So this is pretty complicated, just follow with me, okay guys? We're gonna go around the crank pulley and then go around the alternator pulley. That's it. Now we can adjust the belt tension. You can see the slack start to come off of the belt. All right, that should be good enough. I also don't have a harmonic balancer bolt yet, so we're not going to tighten it all the way. Well, now I can see why they call them dress-up kits, because damn, they look good. Especially all the blacked out details. Nice. So just to recap, we have our electric water pump that will render us a bit more usable power, as well as our 140 amp one wire alternator. All of the brackets and pulleys have a super nice finish to them. Well, now that all this pretty painted stuff is on there, it makes the rest of the engine look like crap. It's all good though, because even though the rest of the engine might look like crap, at the end of the day, it's gonna go in the scrap. So it fits, it ships, it's good. But holy crap, guys, am I beat. Today was rough. I mean, as you guys saw, everything kind of went wrong, but we made it through. We aren't going to throw the engine back in yet because we still have to acquire some parts before we can start it and put it back in, like the flywheel, plug wires, oil filters, stuff like that. We are way further than when we started, but that's just the thing, that days like these is when you usually make the most progress on something. So I guess it's a plus. As for the distributor cap, I'm sorry, Diane. You sponsored it, we broke it, but it is on the way, so there's that. Drop a like for all the things we broke today. May they rest in peace. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because damn. With that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you on the next one.